And welcome back. Finishing the cleanup from our second caution that just took place. The car's about to line back up in double file restart position. Take a look back at why we had our second caution.
We're going to see the little contact between the 9 of Scott Dodd and the 27 of Mark Schaefer. Scott gets in the back of Mark, turns him sideways right here, right in front of Bear Resnowicki. Had absolutely nowhere to go. Bear is back on the racetrack, though.
Scott Dodd was able to get by. It looked like unscathed, but Scott Dodd came onto pit road and looked as though the team took another look at that race car. As you see, guys working on Bear's race car, trying to get him back out onto the racetrack.
Double file restarts. Ryan Partridge decided to take the outside. That is his choice.
Ryan Partridge on the outside. The 66 of Alex Haas on the inside. Green flag back in the air.
Ryan Partridge got a little bit sideways when he jumped on the throttle.
One of the other things, the rule in NASCAR is the second place guy cannot beat the first place guy to the start finish line, and he actually did on that start.
Bad rule.
Alex Haas had the jump, but here comes the 11 of Ryan Partridge battling back on the inside now. Can't make the pass.
It's not Alex Haas's fault that the 11 of Ryan Partridge spun the tires. But great side. Oh, it's trouble. Rod Johnson Jr. goes around.
Rod Johnson Jr. in the 0-3 around. Cars avoiding, and our third caution will come out. Rod Johnson Jr. able to keep it going straight, but it looks like more problems. I believe it's the 25 of Danny Bopp. No, it's actually that 79 of Gary Jenkins. Right front tire down. You see the wheel.
It looks like he's made some contact with somebody, because it looks like that right front is really towed out. Watch your right of your screen. Rod Johnson's going to get sideways. I don't think there was any contact. I think he just got in the throttle, got a little bit sideways. Not sure what happened to Gary Jenkins in the 79.
There you see Gary Jenkins pretty close to the back of the field there with the right front already down.
Coincidental. So he just got up, maybe got the right rear up on the loose stuff a little bit. These guys run really high here.
Yep.
But again, you can get too high.
Into the marbles. A little bit of the rubber off of the tires collects up on the high side of the racetrack. There you see the damage to the right side of that race car. He didn't actually get the jack underneath the frame there either, so he was jacking up the body of that race car.
A little bit of a fire. That may just be rubber burning.
The brakes getting warm, and the header's right there.
Losing laps while he's in the pits. Remember, these caution laps do count here in the Superlate model race.
You know, it looked like that right front tire wasn't turning also. It wasn't going straight, so he might have broke more than just the tire and wheel.
Looks like it's really towed out to me.
Yeah. Let's go down to Dick Berggren.
The left front corner of Jenkins' car is pretty well pushed in. He has run into somebody, or somebody has run into him. A big black tire mark. The right side of the body, as a result of the incident with the jack, is all pushed up in the air. But the biggest problem he faces right now is that he is losing laps. Every lap counts, including the ones under caution.
So that's Gary Jenkins in the 79 sitting on pit road right now while the field continues to work its way around this half-mile racetrack. Being scored your leader, the 66 of Alex Haas out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Ryan Partridge second. Andy Allen is third. 19 of Dan Moore in the fourth position. And that 31, Jason Frazier, rounding out our top five.
Chris Gerchman, the 26 car, is being waved around the pace car. He will be the free pass.
Try to get back on the lead lap.
Alex Haas has chosen the inside, which is a little bit surprising. He was able to get the lead from the outside. His choice, leader's choice, but he's going to take the inside.
And the pace car making its way off of the racetrack. Field back in the hands That 66 of Alex Haas. Field works their way through 3 and 4. Getting ready for the final 14 laps of racing. 13 to go and they hit the stripe. We're back underway.
Good clean start.
Alex Haas down to the bottom of the racetrack and works his way back up. As you see 3-4 wide behind him.
See if he can clear him. He does clear Ryan Partridge. Partridge is going to fight back on the inside.
Crossover move at the stripe. He takes the lead back away from Haas. Ryan Partridge out in front. Alex Haas drops back to second.
Dan Moore's now moved up into third position in the 19 car.
Andy Allen's got his hands full in that 22 car, trying to hold on to the 4th spot.
That's Jason Frazier, the 31 car, side by side with Andy Allen. Then the 99 of Brandon Loverock.
6 cars all packed together for the top 6 spots. A little contact working their way through 1 and 2.
3 wide.
Dick Berger.
Alex Haas really made the bottom work during his qualifying race earlier today. And I asked him just before this feature event if he was going to try the bottom again. He smiled and said, absolutely. He's got the bottom working for that number 66 car.
I think the problem is, though, it cost him the lead on that restart.
On the restart. After the crossover move by Ryan Partridge, Alex Haas is now chasing and has about a car length and a half between he and the leader. '99 of Brandon Loverock on the inside. 19 of Dan Moore on the outside. Those two continuing to battle. They're all chasing Ryan Partridge, Jim.
And Ryan Partridge this year did something that no one has ever done at Irwindale. He won 10 consecutive races on his way to winning the Speed Truck Championship here. Out of 14 races, he's won the first 10, and certainly taking the most advantage on it, running with David Eshelman, who's like the Rick Hendrick here at Irwindale. Always runs multiple teams. Partridge in his Super Late, certainly impressive here with less than 10 to go.
I think David Eshelman, the owner of this car, used to be the mayor of Fontana, California.
You see that a lot here in California.
Mayors?
Yeah. Well, famous people taking over famous roles. Governor Schwarzenegger just relinquishing his job. Great battle here. The 31 making his way on the outside. That's Jason Frazier.
Locked up the right front brake there for a moment.
Dan Moore battling back in that 19 on the inside. 5 laps remaining. Here comes Moore again to the inside. Frazier on the outside, no contact made. Frazier able to jet back out in front using all the track, but you see that right front wheel locking up.
Got to be easy on those brakes. Cars don't want to turn very well when you're sliding the tires.
Frazier staying high, Dan Moore down low. Moore needing some more racetrack to get back in the gas a little bit earlier.
Inside of 3 laps to go now.
Great battle for 4th continuing. Frazier in the 31. Dan Moore in the 19. Out in front, Ryan Partridge has a half a second lead over Alex Haas. Less than 2 laps of racing to go. Coming out of turn 4. A half mile remaining for Ryan Partridge. So dominant in the trucks at this racetrack, and now putting on a dominant performance in the super late models.
That side-by-side battle continues for 4th.
Coming out of turn number 4, he'll see the checkered flag. It's Ryan Partridge winning the super late model race.
Jason Frazier ends up winning that battle for the 4th spot over Dan Moore.
Thompson and Reed, top 10 finish.
Good battle for the 8th and 9th spots.
Eric Schmidt rounds out our top 10. Ryan Partridge will make his way to victory lane.
What a great battle the 70 of Thompson and the 04 of Reed had coming to the line. Going to make a little contact, maybe, and a little more contact, and even some more contact, but The 70 of Thompson is able to take that spot. And look at the damage to the left front of the 04 car.
Yeah. Left front wheel leaning in. No problems though for the 11 of Ryan Partridge. Ryan started this race in 5th and was the first to the checkered flag. Kevin Conway comes over to congratulate race winner Ryan Partridge. Unofficial results: Partridge, Haas, Allen, Frazier, and Moore, your top 5.
See, Kevin Thompson wins that battle for 8th over Ryan Reed, and Eric Schmidt rounds out the top 10.
Scott Dodd in the 9, involved in that incident, brought out our second caution.
Our pole sitter Rod Johnson Jr. has trouble, spins coming off turn number 2, ends up with a 15th place finish.
Nick Janitis, after starting on the front row, finishes 24th. Casey Gaines rounds out the field at 25. How about the celebration for the driver of the 11, Ryan Partridge? Excited about this win here at the All-Star Showdown. And let's go down now with Dick Berggren.
Congratulations to you. Every win is big, but because this is Showdown weekend, is this bigger than most?
This is the biggest race for the season for us. I'm absolutely ecstatic right now. It feels like we've been trying for this for 10 years.
What was the difference between tonight and everything else you did for the last 10 years?
Oh, nothing. We've been working up to it. We won a lot of races this season. We did a lot of good deeds, but now it's our time to win the Showdown, and we just did. It was excellent. I'd like to thank Eshelman Racing. Extends is on board for this season. We got Brock Reynolds Incorporated, iBox Springs, Pepsi One Super Late Models, Irwindale Speedway, everybody involved. This is an awesome show. You guys got to come out here and check this out.
Now, you lost the lead for a while to Alex Hayes. Yeah. How did you get it back?
Oh, me and Alex are good old buddies. We used to race legend cars together, and we know how to race each other. A little bit of door banging, some rubbing. It's all good. We're comfortable with each other. He's a good guy, very good racer, clean racer. He did what he needed to do to prove himself, but I think our car was a little better.
How you celebrate?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go to what, Disneyland? Is that what they say?
Congratulations to you.
Which is actually about 35 minutes from here, Disneyland. Batman, the symbol on the front for our winner, Ryan Partridge. A great 75-lap race for the super late models.
You see that sticker right in front of the number there on the 11?
Yeah.
30 years now that NASCAR has been involved with the weekly racing series. Here's the pass for the lead right here. Alex Haas gets it. The crossover move by Ryan Partridge, and he goes on to win.
You had mentioned that decal, 30 years. Whelen All-American Series. A lot of that helped by the late Jim Hunter.
Very instrumental in forming the weekly racing series.
Now let's head down to the infield and Jim Trado.
And guys, he told Dick before the race he's going to make the inside work. Alex Haas, he came up second on the restart. You got in front of him, and man, he powered right past you off of 4.
I tell you what, I was going to be happy either way. You know, I knew coming into this weekend the spec motors were going to be hard to run with. We had, you know, some problems in qualifying. We ripped the third link mount out of it coming out on the track. We had to pull it back there, weld the whole back of the car up. You know, we didn't have scales. It's just a mom and dad thing. And, you know, just eyeballed it best we could. Come out here, you know, come from 7th place to 2nd like that and run as hard as we were. You know, it says a lot. I got to thank Thompson Motorsports, man. He's helped me out a lot lately. JT, I know you're watching at home. Thank you, sir. Mom and dad, you know, Chris that came down with us, both Chris's, Aaron. You know, we got Jason over there, Mom, Scooter, you know, everybody that came down and helped us, man. I can't thank them enough.
You've got to play here about 10 times, and I talked during the race about how close you've been. That must have been pretty tasty leading this race.
I tell you what, I said on the, you know, interview out here, I don't know if my spotter called me clear or not, but I was coming up either way. So, you know, it was a fun race. Ryan beat us. You know, I felt like last year got taken away from us. We should have won that one, but, you know, he played and beat us this year. It was a good race.
Good job, Alex.
Thank you.
It's always a good sign when the guy who finishes second is still smiling. Ryan Partridge able to celebrate his first win of the 2011 season. Coming up next, it's the open qualifying race. 12 cars, only 6 spots remain in the main event. Stay with us.